Unmuted this time. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How's it going? Accidentally hit the mute button in the wrong order there, but welcome in. Hello, hello. How are we doing out there? Recurring. Okay, looks like everything's stable, not crashing. I don't know about the audio, I can't hear it, but it looks like it's good, so I think we'll be able to just move forward. See if I can't make it so I can hear it. Like, I don't know for sure. I don't know. That's probably good. Seems like works. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How are we all doing today? I'm gonna go ahead and grab a drink, actually. Go. What are we doing today? Oh yeah, we got all of the presumed news, of course. Got some packs to open because, of course, random packs for random reasons. I mean, the reasons are less random than one would think, but you know. What am I gonna chase card here? Let's see here. Aether Drift. The superheroes. I mean, I guess Doom. That's always a good one. I get some full art. I don't know Aether Drift. I've only ever like 5 or 6 Aether Drift packs. And then Turtles, probably still some Raphael. Too Cool or whatever it was called. Okay. We'll get to these in a moment. For now, let's troll some news sites here. Let's see what we got going on. Trying to think of what was in the gaming news besides all the Gamescom trailers and you know what? Screw the news sites. We'll just go to Gamescom. Their YouTube channel will give us plenty. Gamescom 2026. Do they have all the trailers up, or they just have footage? Day 1, day 2. Yeah. Okay. They have footage. What? IGN probably? Alright, what do we got? Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah. The 26 minutes of that. RPG style stats are back. New wanted system. Wait, do they actually explain this? Rockstar explains. Rockstar is ready to prove it can do romance. What? I guess there's some stuff to look at it still. I watched the trailer thing for it, but what is Zeverland? Survival sim? It's like you're building a supermarket? That's weird. Alien Isolation 2 art director. It's gonna be bigger and scarier, which I am happy about. Did we get a trailer, or not a trailer, a release date for that? Alien Isolation 2? Let's find out. Alien Isolation 2 looks like super fun game. Maybe I should play the first one as like a lead up. Alien Isolation 2. No confirmed date, just coming soon. Okay. Maybe I should play the first one as just a lead up. Oh yeah, there's that Militioner. I don't know. Militsioner. Militsioner. Hey, Bones. Right now we're just kind of going over the Gamescom news, talking about games, and I've got some packs to open for Magic the Gathering here later, and maybe sort some cards, just hang out and chat. You know, the usual. A little bit more news than usual over here because Gamescom. Hey, thank you for the gift there, the heart me. Appreciate it. Is there anything you caught from Gamescom that you wanted to talk or chat about? What's your you're looking at there? Or have you seen the GTA 6 stuff? Had to. Well, thank you, Bones. Appreciate it. What we got? Oh, yeah, I heard Once Human. Yeah. Gamescom, I don't know exactly what it is, but big announcements, basically. They announced, like, 2 or 3 dozen different games, and yeah, a whole bunch of indie stuff, some AAA stuff, some in-between stuff for games that are, like, big name games like GTA 6 and Fable and stuff that are coming up. Yeah. GTA 6 looks good. Did you watch the Netflix thing? It's online now, too, as of, like, a half an hour ago. 27 minutes of gameplay. Looks pretty fun. I don't know that I'm going to pre-order it yet, but, definitely keeping an eye on it for sure. I'm more excited to get like online for that. There's a new Tomb Raider. You know, with the Star Trek stuff for MTG, it's the same as these two right here. These sets. I mean, even Ether Drift stuff. You hate online? Oh, you hate online GTA? I mean, I like it just for the content, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be able to do more with online GTA than I would with single player stuff, just having that interaction with random people, as terrible as that can be sometimes, you know what I mean? But yeah, Star Trek, I'm not excited about Star Trek. I'm just not. Like, it's fine, it's good, but the immersion or the, like, real humanness. Yeah, see, I like Star Trek, and my buddy really loves Star Trek, but I don't know, just like looking at like the fantasy magic sword and spells, and then you've got like Benedict Cumberbatch's face is the card, you know, like it just kind of breaks the immersion. I'm sure some of the cards are going to be fantastic. I'm not going to collect the set, like I'm not going to go after them. There's going to be some cards that I will get cards, but it's not my upper tier. Well, not just one card. The like showcase cards being basically the various captains and a signature is, you know, that kind of mentality across the board. Some of the cards are pretty cool looking. I like the lore. I like the Q card is pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen much of the leaks on it, but the Q card, I like that from a lore base. It's not dope. I'm not saying it's not. Like, by all means, love it for if you love it. It's just not going to be my go-to set. Like, I will collect it, but not going to be my go-to set. I ain't gonna yuck your yum, though. By all means, go after it. The Cisco? I mean, if I had to pick one, I would probably, like, if I'm gonna go after one of the cards, it would probably be Janeway. Just because that's the era that I really got into it. My buddy that I've known since, like, 2nd grade, he's watched them all, but I really watched, Janeway's era. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm not against Star Trek. It's just not, I don't know, I just think they don't really gel in my mind, so. But, you know, I thought the same thing about Ether Drift, and here I am opening some packs. So I'm definitely going to open cards. I'm going to get some cards, but yeah. Not my thing. But that's okay. I do like the mechanics that they're adding and that kind of stuff. The Borg and all the stuff they're doing with the Borg sounds really fun. I like that idea. And then just some of the fantastical cards and stuff that like lean into that like real deep science fiction stuff. I like what they're doing. But I usually what drags me in is the art style on cards. Like the mechanics come second to the art. So, what's your besides the Cisco card? What card are you looking at? The still image that's uploaded is me disappearing. Oh, hey, Deep Dish Dungeon is coming at what day? October? Oh, that's sweet though. Is it going to be on Game Pass? Deep Dish Dungeon in October. Oh, that's going to be sweet. October 13th. It is going to be on Game Pass, too. Ooh, buddy. Going to play some Deep Dish Dungeon. Played the demo with it. It was pretty fun. Okay. Should we crack a pack? Let's crack a pack. I don't know what I'm looking at for chase cards. Like, I really don't. Chase cards, I think, is probably going to be Raph or Too Cool or God, what is it called? The enchantment that they have that is Raphael's and it like token doubler or counter doubler. I mean, I don't know enough about Ether Drift. I really don't. If we get a T'Challa's protection would be nice on this one too. Alright. We'll start with the newest and then we'll work our way to the oldest. Go ahead and crack this one here. So, superheroes just came out. Doom is what we're looking for. We're looking for a Looking for a Doctor Doom card. We're looking for T'Challa's protection. Trying to think if there was one other card that I didn't get, because I got a bunch of these cards. Trying to think if there's one specifically I didn't get. I got the Ultron, I got Doom, I got one of them. I didn't get the T'Challa, so I guess that's what we're going to look for. We're going to look for T'Challa's protection and possibly any of the Spider-Man on these, if there is one. All right. Got to keep it centered here. Red Room Recruit. Not too bad. Wakandan Drone Flock. Decoy Ploy. Atlantean Cavalry. I don't know that I got that one before. Restorative Technique. Hydra Assault Robot. Wakandan Royal Guard. I definitely got that. And Abomination here. I've gotten a few of those. Super Intelligence is not a terrible card. It's not great. Titania as well. Power Man. Baron Helmut Zemo. Gorilla. Okay, so we're coming into the last couple cards here. Zemo is our rare, though. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, connive. What we got for last one? Stark Industries. Not too bad. No chase card from the Marvel set. Not to be unexpected on that one, but, you know. Grab some more here in a moment. We'll leave these 2 packs, but let's see if we can't value them out. Oh, yeah. Should probably leave these to the side somewhere. There we go. We'll value these out and then see if there's any more trailers. So Deep Dish Dungeon looks fun, though. It's another survival game, but it's like retro PS1 style graphics. Someone's yelling inside. All right, let's scan these real quick. $0.69. Nice. What do we got? Super Intelligence was 32 cents. I was right on that one. What's Power Man? 17 cents. And Zemo. Zemo is going to be a whole 37 cents. Yeah, not a very good pack. Overall, it was worth about $2. No chase cards. Still fun, though. That just means we're getting the bad ones out first. All right, what else we got? Planet Zoo 2. I don't remember Planet Zoo 1 very much, if I even played it at all. Dune Awakening single player mode will keep you busy until Dune Part 3. How it's changed on consoles? Wait, is it only single player on consoles? There's no multiplayer? That sucks. Long range single player mode. Launching with a single player mode. Oh. Wait, what? September 22nd. So, in about 3 weeks, Dune Awakening will be available on console, but there's also a single player mode now? I didn't realize there wasn't a single player mode. That makes sense. Alien vs. Predator? No, Alien Deathstorm. What? There's a new Alien game coming out? Sniper Elite leads to Alien Deathstorm, a brand new IP that nods back to this high... Oh, wait. So not Aliens Alien, not Xenomorphs Alien, just... Alien in general? I'm trying to see if there's like a still image of any of the things to fight. Damn it! It's not. I thought it was a new Aliens game. That would have been cool. Like a Helldivers, but aliens. Oh, the new PUBG. That's right. PUBG Dead.net. First-person shooter from Krafton. Trade flesh for power. There's a closed beta coming soon? Oh, hello. What? So is this a new game entirely? PUBG Dead.net official site. Ugh, there's so many things. Go away. A match lost is never a run wasted. Every drop of blood writes the next chapter. What you scavenge in the world changes you and changes how you fight. Death's only the beginning. What? So, new PUBG game? Pre-register for the Dead.net closed beta. Sign in with your crafting account. Pre-register for the beta waiting list. I mean, I'll get in on that. I wonder if it's going to be free to play like PUBG. Alright, I'll have to do that later. New PUBG game. The trailer looks wild. Like, based on what they just said about the game, it makes sense, but the trailer looks goofy wild. Just, like, ridiculous. The new Turok game looks cool. I'm ready to play some Turok. I can't remember which I played. I think I played Turok 2 a long time ago, before I even, like, understood game. I was just playing to play because dinosaurs and bows and guns and whatnot. Zero Company, more Flight Simulator. Kingdom 3. Wait, Kingdom is that side-scroller game, isn't it? It is. They have a third game now? Dang. I don't think I ever actually played the second one. I never beat the first one, that's for sure. I just played the heck out of it, and it got hard enough that I was like, okay, next thing. Call of Duty Gunny system. Oh yeah, that's the, like, AI-assisted system they have in the new Call of Duty, isn't it? Star Trek Outpost Unknown, new Star Trek game. Cool, cool, cool. Or is this an update? Oh, it's like an RTS Star Trek game. That's interesting. COD on Switch 2 runs amazing. Exterminats. Exterminats looks pretty cool too. That like Helldiver inspired there. The rest of this is all looking about the same. I haven't heard anything about Resonance of Plague Tale. Intrigued though. Alright, let's open another pack. We'll do Turtles next. So we're looking for T'Challa or Doom. Turtles is going to be a different story. Turtles. The only one that comes to mind is that Raphael card. Maybe Shredder, Super Shredder, whichever it was. I don't think I got that one picked up. And then that Raphael, but I did end up getting one of those. Did I get a Krang? I don't remember if I got a Krang. We'll look for a Krang, we'll look for Super Shredder, and we will look for Michelangelo, or not Michelangelo, Raphael. I mean, Mikey is Mikey. I like Mikey, but go ahead and open this Ninja Turtles pack. See what we got. Crack some more packs. Loud noises. Hello. All right. Again, I don't remember entirely what I got on these, but I got a lot of the same stuff, so Surveillance Cam actually has a oh, there's an avatar. One of the avatars, Northwind avatar, is one to look for too. But there's a combo with Surveillance Cam. Rock Soldiers. Frog Butler is an amazing little reference card as well. Pain 101. Actually, Pain 101 is a good card to pull just because it's the reanimate. So I have a few black decks coming up that I need to make, and that will definitely help. Turtle Lair. Neutrinos. I almost threw this in the last deck that I built. Alright, ooh, we got a fancy looking one. What do we got? What's the next one? Jenica, Bad Apple, Big Sister. Meh, but the artwork's cool on that. Very, like... It's comic booky, but not. Bro. That's Super Shredder. That's what I was just saying. That's awesome. Alright, well, we hit a chase card on our second pack. Awesome. If you don't know about Super Shredder, this one's been going around for a while. This one's a pretty good card. It's, the big one that everybody really talks about on this one is if you're in, like, multiple people playing Commander at once instead of just one-on-one, if you make a player leave or if a player dies, all of his permanents leave the battlefield and trigger Super Shredder, which just buffs him massively. He gets +1/+1 for every permanent that leaves. So all of their lands when they die, or if they scoop, all of their creatures that are out, all of their tokens, all buff Super Shredder every single time. So, pretty cool card. Nice card to pull there. Turtle Blimp in foil, and a foil island. I already had both of those ones, but we did not have the Super Shredder, so that was a good pull. Right on. Yeah. I hear Penelope back there saying, don't know exactly what she's saying, but... You don't want me... Again, I can't play all my decks at once. You guys can play these decks. You guys have it just as much as I do. I don't want you to have that, she said. Alright, let's price out the set. I think we need to put Super Shredder into a sleeve, though, so... I'm gonna be ginger with it. Speaking of ginger, I wonder what Ronan's doing. If he actually made it back yet. What are we at? 190. Let's go. Neutrinos. See, I was going to put Neutrinos in my Naya deck that I just made. Because it would have the ETB. And it would be awesome. But I ended up opting out because it was kind of minimal in comparison to some other bigger cards. Alright, Super Shredder is $17.77. We are definitely sleeving that. That is a great pull. Alright, real quick here. $17 card. Not mad at that in the slightest. Let's go ahead and get sleeves are on the other end of the table, so I'll be right back. I don't know where my sleeves went. I have some purple sleeves somewhere, some outer sleeves. I don't know where they are, though. And of course, I spilled all my seeds over here. Aha! All right. Super Shredder, let's go. Nice Super Shredder pull. We'll go ahead and put it. I've got a bunch of these extra little, like, purpley lavender color sleeves. So that's what I've been using for these. And then we'll put it in a top loader, a hard sleeve. There we go. There we go. Nice pull on that one. Do I have a little stand? Yes, I do. Just put that guy right there. All right, we'll pull another pack here in a little bit. If we get the Aether Spark or something similar in this other pack, that's gonna be awesome. That would be some insanity right there. Pretty sure Aether Spark's the go-to, or Gear Hulk. Can't remember exactly. Yeah, it looks like as far as trailers or gaming news or that kind of stuff, we've got a bunch of just GTA and the Gamescom stuff. I'm definitely gonna be playing Deep Dish Dungeon. I've had that on my wish list for a while. Now the fact that it's on console is even better. Play the heck out of that. Womp here. $18. Not a bad card. Yeah. Not a bad card at all. Not even a foil. Alright, what's next? What's next? No more trailers. I don't know. Trying to think if there's any movies or something that were coming out or anything like that. I guess everything's just Grand Theft Auto. We're getting close enough to Grand Theft Auto that that's all anybody's gonna be talking about for a while. Wrath of the Mutants Ninja Edition. There is that TMNT game, I guess. Oh, it's a Switch 2 release. That's what it is. So it's a re-release, but only for the Switch 2. Meh. Oh, what was that Hoyo game? There was a Hoyo game that came out, or that got announced. It's like Souls-like? A Souls-like Hoyo game? Armistice? Is that them? No. What is the name of the game? Tides of Annihilation? No, but that sounds cool too. Man, what the hell is the game? From Hoyo. A new Hoyoverse game. Everybody was like, it was like opening Gamescom yesterday or whatever, or day before. It was like, what is this? Oh, Crazy Taxi got a, Crazy Taxi World Tour got one as well. Multiplayer trailer. But it's next year. Oh yeah, no, we watched the trailers and we went over that together with Vadu. Minecraft Dungeons 2 looks great, and I was saying on stream yesterday how it seems like they're trying to use that to add a new dimension to main Minecraft, which will be fun. The Sift is what it's called. But it could be like every other version of that where, you know, like there's elements of it in the main game, but nothing ever comes from the other game. But they added some stuff that the nausea effect from the sulfur springs and stuff. That is exactly how the water behaves in the Sift. So there's a new Worms game coming out. What? Yeah, we're definitely gonna play that. Pony Island 2 coming out. I knew about that. Which I guess I never actually played Pony Island 1. Oh, so, okay. So the Worms game is more like 3D Mario Party or 3D... It's not Mario Party, I guess. Like the Raving Rabbids game. Mario vs. Rabbids or whatever. Mario X Rabbids. It's more like that. But a Worms game. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. A new Worms game. They never, like, they stick around, but they never are, like, amazing. They just kind of, like, flash in the pan, play with it for a little bit, and then be done. They're fun games. Notice Fall? Is that what it is? Yeah, that's the new one. Notice Fall. It's the new Hoyoverse one. Brand new game from Hoyoverse, set in the world beset by chaos and haunted by ancient hatreds. Notice Fall's original co-op action game where players take on the role of the Weaver and use divine power to conquer mythical beasts. It's got like Dark Souls elements of fantasy from the looks of it and whatnot, which, okay, cool, yes. But how much of it is actually gameplay and how much of it is just cinematic setup? Because it all looks very cinematic, and then it switches tone real quick into actual, like, battle arena stuff. I don't know. I played, what are the Hoyoverse games? Genshin? Is Genshin Impact Hoyoverse? I think so. What is Hoyoverse? What's the Hoyoverse? Hoyoverse. The Hoyoverse, Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. I never played Zenless Zone Zero. I played a little bit of Honkai Star Rail and a bit of Genshin. And they felt very same, but different, but same. So I really hope that this doesn't follow that same mechanic with them. The, like, free-to-play, gacha style stuff, but it doesn't bill itself as multiplayer. But it technically calls itself a co-op action adventure, so there is, I guess, that. Alright, let's see if we can keep our pulls going. Our luck with Aether Drift. Again, not 1000% sure, but Aether Spark is a decent pull on this. There's what is it, Gear Hulk? Noxious Gear Hulk or something like that. It's a decent pull. I never really looked at this set, and honestly, most of this set I don't have. Any of the Ratfink style art too is just like a special place because my dad really liked that kind of an art style. So any of that like Ratfink punk stuff, but the last one I pulled, I think I pulled most of the Ratfink stuff. So we'll see. That'd be a nice one to do. Yeah, I can't really think of anything. If you know any like chase cards or, you know, good cards from the set, let me know. But we're gonna hope for, I don't know, some more Ratfink stuff. Weird Chance Aether Spark. We Weird Chance Super Shredder into existence, so let's go with Aether Spark. Let's see if we can keep the luck 2 in a row. Okay. Nimble Thopterist. See, and I don't even know if any of these are even used, really. I can think of a few of them that have, like, start your engines like this that they use, that people sometimes use in decks, but it's just randomly to, like, get that one aggressive card out and then otherwise useless. Mutant Surveyor, that looks pretty cool. I like the artwork or the idea on it. The race kind of takes me out of it. I get why they did it, like, lore-wise, I guess, but... A Clarion Armory, Vigilance Creatures, a white artifact. Oh, hello! Zahur Glory's Past. A zombie cat warrior. Sack a creature to surveil, activate once a turn. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a zombie. I mean, yeah, okay. Decent. Wow, 2 rares in the pack. Let's go. Hey, okay. I'm calling this card out as good because this is, disability recognition. Duretti has a wheelchair, canonically. So that's awesome. Representation. Duretti's power is equal to the mana value among artifacts. That's not too bad. Whenever Duretti attacks or enters, choose a target artifact in your graveyard, sacrifice to a different artifact to return it. That's actually... And it's Goblin, too. Ooh, okay. It really cares more about artifacts than goblins, but I do have a goblin deck that we're trying to bump up. Meanwhile, we got Avishkar Raceway. Haven't heard of this one. You can pay 3, tap it to discard and draw. Minor draw engine with colorless. Planes, and a pilot. Alright. Not nearly as good as the TMNT, but not a bad pull either way. I will go with the representation of that community as well. Even better. In Duretti there. Let's go ahead and see we get value on these. We already way outvalued what we had. So... see if there's something I missed somehow by doing these. Starting column was worth about a quarter. Alacrian, what is that? Alacrian? Alacrian. Yeah, that first rare was only 33 cents. Really not worth much. Alright, let's see what Duretti is worth. Duretti is... yeah, about $2 pack as well. Two $2 packs. Got some cards I didn't have before, which is good. And then we got the Super Shredder as well. So overall, win-win over those 3 packs, which were basically free. They were thrown in as like a bundle thing. Promotional special. So I will take it. I will take it. Super Shredder for the win. There's the pulls. Let's see, what's my other... we'll put Duretti out there, and what's the other one I got? What was the Marvel pull? Baron Zemo? Yeah, nothing else there was like super like, yeah, that's awesome. Alright, we'll put Zemo out. Black and red pulls today, huh? Alright. There's our pulls. There's our prizes. About $19 worth of stuff there. Not too bad. Alright. Well, let's see. At this point, I think I've just basically got cards to organize. We pulled all our packs. Talked about trailers as we're going down. We are here. We are here. Okay. Go ahead and zoom almost all the way out. I did watch GTA 6. I watched it around noon when it came out. It was in my ear and it was at 1.5 speed, so I didn't like grab everything, but I've been watching clips and stuff of people talking about it. You missed all the pulls. We literally just finished the last pack pull for the day. Got a Super Shredder card for 20 bucks. GTA 6, yeah, no, I like some of the stuff that they're bringing back and redoing and that kind of stuff. Super awesome. I don't know. It didn't convince me to pre-order, though. It looks great. It's probably going to be fun. I will definitely play it when it comes out, but I don't know about pre-orders, though. I really want more info on, like a date for online and stuff, but I've already said that. Like, that's where I'm going to be making most of my content on that. The single-player stuff, maybe. We'll see. What is this little yellow dot? It looked really good, though. Hey, Cat, how's it going? It looked amazing. Like, everything that I saw on there was just well done. Very pretty. As I'm choking and dying. Welcome back, welcome back. How was D&D? Did you guys actually get to play this time? No holdouts? Nice, good. Yawa. That's good then. H-I-J-K. Okay, cool, perfect. I got 2 cards here. Alright, I'm gonna move Super Shredder and Baron Von Zemo and that kind of stuff up here. Trying to think. I like the characters. The fact that I don't know how to feel about the romance aspect of the new GTA. That's not off-putting in a like ew kind of sense, but like, how are they gonna gamify that? And are they gonna go? How far does the relationship go? Because that could become problematic. Howdy, how's it going? Welcome back, 01234. Oh, nice. Wow, still? Dang. We took the people out now. We did non-lethal, so we just had to interrogate. So you guys didn't, like, progress too much further than a few weeks ago, right? Or am I just misremembering how far you guys actually were along in there? Thought we were talking about that last time we were talking about, and that was 3 weeks ago at this point? That was your guys' plan? Ah, okay, okay. That makes more sense. Just the short time in and of itself explains it, because, yeah, yapping, yeah. You get a bunch of people together that want to play and have fun. Yapping is nonstop. I totally get that one. All of the S's. Well, hey, you know, playing is still playing and fun. Right? That's what I was saying. You guys, yeah, you guys had a long break in between. Circle protection is a C letter, and I don't know why I didn't think about that when I was looking at the card that said circle protection. Sorting is hard. Brain no want to brain. Oh, because I was looking at the rune protections, not the circle protections. That's why. I just found some circle protection. Okay, artifact and blue. Circle protection artifact is just a weird idea in my head. Circle protection anymore is just a useless... Well, okay, I wouldn't say useless. It is a minimally useful card. RH? How did Hobbit sting? Wait, what? Okay. I'm not mad at that. I just don't know how it ended up in my pile. Hobbit sting. I guess it's a Lord of the Rings one, not an actual Hobbit card one, so... So how long do you play for, Cat? Like, are you guys playing just, like, basically the time it takes to travel back and forth? Because that's hard. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. I mean, I get that. Life's life and in the way, but, like... That feels like just about the time where you're, like, really getting into it, you know? That's good, then. That's good. Only, like, half the time it would take to get, so that's good. That would suck if it takes you an hour to get there and then an hour back and you play for 2 hours. You missed our rips, man. You should go for it. I've got... Like I said, I got a Super Shredder card here for 20. That's $20 worth, or $18 from the TMNT set. Go for it. Apparently, luck's flowing tonight. Today is a lucky day. You know what? I had Penalea pick... Every time I have Penalea pick a pack for me to pull, it's good luck. So you should have someone grab a pack over there. What's the American favor? What do you want the Americans to do? Keeping in mind we are only Americans. Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, I do have a small pack over here that I'll throw at you and be able to grab them. Because most of the cards you're going to get are going to be like 20 cents or something like that, but I'll give you a decent amount. Can actually send you an affiliate link that you could. Like, no joke though, I am now apparently able to be affiliated and sell stuff through Amazon. So that's a thing. I am nowhere near gonna be going in hard on that one. Oh, it probably is. He signed a whatever it is. Hard sleeves? I don't think so, no. But I do have a, like, for, I think it was like $15 for 1,000 hard sleeves or something like that. So, if they don't. Let's see. I don't exactly remember what, or when he signed that and how long it takes him for that to update, but we'll see if that actually works. I heard he threatened he wants to name an ocean now or something like that. Lake Michigan. Lake Superior. God damn it. I'm trying not to just like have it auto take me there. Because I want to be surprised. As I accidentally zoom out too far and see Gulf of America. Which is sad. Well, still says you can't really see, but it says Lake Ontario. They haven't updated on their end. From the sandwich shop? No. You know. Goodness. That's wild. Still says Lake Ontario, though, Cat. Sandwich shop, huh? Yep. It says Gulf of America. It's just straight up Gulf of... It was zoomed all the way out, so it might have been just, like, condensing what was said, but it said, yeah. The news from the sandwich shop? I try to stay away from the news. What's happening? I did not. You need to tell me what? Oh! Oh, damn! Oh, okay! You know, that kind of tracks. That tracks. Okay, yeah. I always got that kind of a vibe walking past that place, so... Wow! Wow! Wow, alright, cool. There's apparently a local sandwich shop that's being investigated, and some people were arrested in drug-related charges. I don't know much on details. That's all about I just read there, but yeah. Wow. Okay. That's... Oh, man. America. I don't know, guys. What do we think? Is this card toast? It's all shiny, but if you look close enough in the corners, there's some folds and some bends all around it. The foil's all... You can see a line... Oh, wrong side. You can see a line right there. Big old creases across the corner you might not be able to see. And you can kind of see it at that angle there. It might be toast. Yeah. They'll give you a little baggie of white parm. No, I don't. Again, I don't know all the details, but yeah, I would assume it's something similar to that. That's. No, I think I'll pass on that though, Rancid. I think I'll pass. I'm good. I'm good. Man, they got the good Parmesan down there. They got the stuff straight from Italy, bro. Babe, I'm having some concerns. You keep going to lunch at this specific shop and you spend like hundreds of dollars every day for lunch. What's going on? I'll take the Cuban. And it's one of those that's just generically named like sandwich shop kind of thing. It's not like so-and-so's sandwich shop or sub shop. It's just sub shop. And I don't know, I would have to look into it further, but I'm pretty sure it's been around forever, but like different people owned it. Also, random jump scare of burger. But like a ton of people have owned it and it's just passed hands, so it already has these like seedy vibes. This is not helping its reputation, for sure. We used to walk by there practically every day. Or, well, every weekend, I should say. It's like part of a little strip mall. So there's a bunch of other little businesses surrounding it. Random, you know, bank or random, I was gonna say, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that they're not really focused on making good food, you know? It's less about the food, significantly more. You really you're going all in for that extra toppings. The extra candy on your sub. You want it with extra cheese, bro. Itchy ear. Sub shop. Oh, this is 100% a misprint. What? That's wild. I never noticed that. This side right here is thicker than this side over here. It's the same on the back. There's like no border over here, but over here there's a big thick. That is a misprint or a forgery. Let's look it up. 1997 Circle Protection Blue. Okay, sounds good. Let's look it up. Yeah. I'd have to put that through the test. It's only a 40-cent card. It'd be weird for it to be a forgery. It'd be really weird for them to have forged this. There's you can shine a light through the card and see color inside of it. And also if you zoom in on the green pip on the back, you have to really zoom in with the lens. It looks a specific pattern. And you can tell if it's a forgery. I might just have a misprint. It has the mountain shape and the yellow lines. This is just a misprint. I mean, I can't know for 1000% sure, but I'm 90% sure this is a misprint. That's pretty wild. Misprint all the way, that border to there. That's cool. Yeah. And I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Misprint. It's worth more as far as collectors are concerned. Let's see here. Usually more. Off-center minor ink dots or minor print hickeys usually fetch $5 to $15 with the right collector. So this 50-cent card could, if I find the right collector, be worth like 15 bucks. There we go. Gotta find the right collector for it, though. If only I had some kind of online shop where I could sell things. Wins all day. I know, that's the second, like, $15 card I've gotten today. Like I said, luck's going around. Not for the sub shop, but, you know, luck's going around. Ow, why does my wrist suddenly hurt? Have you watched the GTA yet, Rancid? I would assume, but you know what that means. Something about asses and you and me. And you know what, Kat, just to not leave you out, have you watched the GTA extended look on Netflix? Or I guess now on YouTube, because it's on YouTube too? No? Nah. I was talking about it when you jumped in, about how they have like a romance mechanic that they're going on all in on, which is potentially strange. I don't know. There's like prompts, just subtle prompts to like hold the hand of the other character while you're just doing other things. And it's not like it pops across the screen, it's in the bottom right of it. So it's like, if you're being mindful of your partner in the game, you can like connect with them and stuff. I don't know, it's a different choice. Your character goes out of the way to hold open the door for them every time. But hey, you know what? There's something to be said about, you know, neck beards and stuff, learning some manners. Leave it to GTA to try and like teach. That's weird. That in of itself is exactly highlighting what I'm saying here. It's a little odd. Don't know. They just released like a half an hour worth of gameplay from the game. I would assume yes, but I don't know, because there are entirely optional romance side missions or quests or whatever that you can opt into doing. So I would assume that might negatively affect that in some way. So that mechanic might be not as big of a thing anymore. Or it might have a bigger effect now? I don't know. It wasn't in the trailer for the stuff, so there's probably still yes, but they could pull a weird little leg. Nope. Midlife upgrade? What? As an additional cost to cast this, sacrifice a bunch of contraptions and assemble that many contraptions plus one. Midlife upgrade. Not midlife crisis, a midlife upgrade. Some of these uncards are pretty good. Pretty dang funny. Yeah, I will be playing more of this GTA, but I played GTA 5 a little tiny bit, and I played online, and just kind of like, meh. But I also wasn't super into content at that point, making stuff for content and whatnot. So I will be playing this one more, but yeah. Played it, yeah. I ended up playing like the original 2 when it was still just a top-down, like pixelated, almost arcade style game at my eldest cousin's house when I was really little. And then I played the other ones, like I would rent them. Look, we have another one of this same card, not in foil, that's just totally destroyed. It is eaten up. Some of these cards I acquired from other people, and they did not do well, but yeah. Yeah, that would raise a bit of questions. Also, this new one, I think you might be less disappointed. It's pretty dang realistic. Although, like I said, they have not shown anything on that level, but, no, actually they did show. They showed a, like, maybe 5-second clip as part of a montage of you and your girlfriend going into a establishment, and then everybody partying and throwing money around, and there may have been something in the background, but nothing too much. So I guess I'm gonna go back to, you might be less disappointed this time around. Yeah. See, I grew up in a like, Simpsons and that kind of stuff level of household. So that kind of stuff was not something I had access to all the time. So when I was able to, like, GameFly games or rent games at our local little, like, shop and that kind of stuff, I would play the game, and my entire idea with the game would just be power through and experience as much of the, like, main gameplay loop as I could. So I didn't ever really, like, no life the game or anything like that, but I played it when I went over to my cousin's house for, like, a weekend. I played it every hour I could. And that was back in the day where, you know, one TV in the household was a big deal. Speaking of disappointing quality in boobs, they're apparently making a new Tomb Raider game. And I don't know. That's a thing. I didn't see any footage on it or anything. I saw that they were talking about recreating the T-Rex. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. That was definitely, like, it flew under the radar for sure. I know my mom didn't necessarily, like, know the level that it could, or, like, eventually figured it out, but also erred on the side of there's a possibility it would be something she didn't think would be okay, so none of them are okay, kind of a thing. So, you know. And I think it was probably, like, in all honesty, due to the whole, like, Mortal Kombat lawsuit that was on national news forever. that whole situation definitely did all that. Which I never made that connection. I must have been too young to really know or really care. But apparently that was so much bigger of a deal than I realized. I did. I saw that he passed as well. This month, this week even, but this month is just crazy. He did voice ER, which actually I was gonna bring that up because we were talking about this last weekend. Rancid, specifically with Doggo having Eeyore's voice. The voice of ER has passed. Yeah, I saw that. There's like the last 3 posts by the Muppets are all memorial posts about actors or, you know, name Tim Curry and all that having passed. And that's wild. It's wild that Miss Piggy is putting Instagram stories up saying, you know, rest in peace, Dolly Parton, multiple days in a row. Like, there's not even a gap. That's just wild. Also, it's hilarious that, you know, people are posting like, is anyone checking on the Muppets? Are the Muppets doing okay? Been listening to some Rocky Horror Picture Show throughout the day. Occasional 9 to 5. Life is weird. I did this. Yeah. I mean, going down the list and just seeing, like, over this entire year as well, not even just this month, but this entire year who's all passed is just like, whoa, I didn't remember some of them until I saw the pictures. I was like, oh man, that's right. Like, I remembered Chuck Norris and stuff like that, but like, oh, it's crazy. It's getting to be that point where, like, our childhood is dying off. Our generation is now the one that has the people all dying off, and it's like, oh no! Stop it! Storage box doesn't want to stay up. Okay. Organization by name. Yep. Yeah, that one I was not expecting at all. Which, I mean, that's an odd statement to even think. Like, you know, I was expecting this one to die. You know, like, but just in general, that one caught me off guard. Dolly Parton had cancer. I mean, apparently she had cancer, and then Tim Curry had been declining in health for a long time. But yeah. No, Tiger Cruise. It sounds familiar. No, can't say I have. Kat, was she in that? All right. Akoma's Chant is the first one. Tiger Cruise. The name is like ringing some bell in the back of my head. I knew Hayden Panettiere from Heroes. That's where I knew. Save the cheerleader, save the world. That's where that was in my head. But I know she was like, she did some pretty big Disney things and like, you know, DCOM and whatnot. I just never saw her in any of that. I know she did something recently. Didn't she do Scream recently? Like one of the Scream movies? Yeah, Heroes was a great show when it was in its heyday. Shame what happened with it. Acolyte's Reward. Adamant Will. Got like a stained glass window. Oh, there we go. I got 2 of those, 2 of them here. Perfect. Aegis of Honor and Aegis of the Gods and Aerial Assault. Okay. Aerial Assault. Holy moly. The first, like, part of what... Okay, what? I mean, yeah, you aren't wrong. That is wild. Just hearing that as the starting, like, what? And that's a Disney... Okay. Disney's done some weird stuff. I would never have said that that was Disney. Like, if you read that out to me, I would never have been like, oh yeah, that's a Disney IP. What? Military ship doing a cruise. Members' children could come spend a week at sea with them. And then 9/11. What? Huh? I mean, it tracks because, you know, our generation and all that, but like, what? All right, aerial maneuver followed by a Johnny's Influencers at the very back. I got 1 and 2. Yeah, no, I could safely say that I missed that one. What year did that come out? Okay, aerial maneuver. Why do I have 2 of them? But it says I have 1 of them. I love it when I find a bonus card. Let's go. Bonus card for me. Another 5 cents added into the collection. Oldest kids, because her dad was the big boss guy, ended up keeping... That's wild. That's crazy. See, I just know her as the cheerleader that can't die. Which is a little different. Just slightly, you know? 2004? Yeah. Yeah, that I didn't have Disney at that point. Did you ever watch Heroes? The TV series had like 4 seasons, but it was right during the SAG-AFTRA strike, and like the first season did amazing, and then all the writers were on strike, so it just like bombed because no one was there to write it. Wild. Apparently there's been talks to revive the series in some way or reboot the series, because it's been kind of going online a little bit for a while now, which I would wonder about in the comic book era. Yeah. Yeah. It's apparently one of those that, like, it's not super worth it to get to the later seasons because it's unsatisfying, and then also, like, they retcon a bunch of stuff and then they do stuff offline. So, like, half of the story, like a decent third of the story, is all like in web comics and stuff on the, so you have to find that online too. And because it's not being like released currently, you'd have to find out the order to watch it. And I'm sure there's someone online has it. Watch the first 5 episodes and then watch this, and then, yeah. That's a lot of work to do to, rewatch a show. Alters Light. Remove target artifact enchantment from the game. Two of Angel's Mercies. I don't know, that was like comic book superheroes before the MCU. And then it was also like mystery and drama that, you wouldn't get in like most comic book shows at the time. It was more like Law and Order levels of like intrigue, and I don't know, that was fun. It was fun to watch, especially since stuff was all syndicated and you couldn't binge watch it back then. You had to wait the week in between to watch the episode, or you had to wait that extra like few months between seasons to get the mystery of what happens next and who did the what, and that kind of stuff. I think anymore it'd be fun to watch, but like that aspect is missing. You'd have to mechanically create this like fake version of intrigue. Angelic Edict. I have one, but supposedly I have 2 in a different set. Where's the other one? It might be in the box somewhere off to the side. Yeah. Okay. Angelic Gift. 3. Draw Steel. No, I haven't heard of that, actually. Can't say that I do know that one. Is it, like, mechanically unique or something? Or is it just something you're hearing about? I recently was watching, Brennan Lee Mulligan, there we go. And he was talking about, or he was doing some interview or something, and the person was talking that, like, what is it? D&D is improv? Or no, Magic the Gathering is improv, or D&D is stand-up, or something like that. One of the two. It was like, oh, that actually makes some sense. I can see that. I butchered that as a quote, by the way. What am I looking for? Ancient Boneyard, and then... yeah, Ancient Boneyard. Archetype of Courage. Animal Boneyard. One of those two. Each land has tap. Sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to its toughness. Oh. I mean, you can have hirelings in D&D. I wouldn't, yeah, I've not heard of it. I would have to look into it more, but I mean, that'd be fun if there's like a way to do it with Let's Players just for that option, you know what I mean? It's a good idea. I have not, that's not one that I've heard on the periphery at all. I wonder if that's like past experience kind of thing, so they're drawing from what they know. Draw steel. Yeah, no. Arrest, arrest, arrest. So many arrests, and then even another type of arrest. Oh, it's new for him too. Okay. Well, dang. Be something to look into. That'd be cool. I know I'm like grappling right now to come up with a day to do D&D stuff as far as like streams. And then also what to do with the schedule once here in 2 weeks or so. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You know, if they're easy enough to acquire, just start acquiring them. Why? Oh, because it's not, its color identity is also blue. That's a multicolor card. My bad. I'm gonna say, why is this not included? It does have an A in it. It certainly does, but it also has blue color pips on it, so that does not count. That is a white-blue card. All right, we're into B, Banishing Light. I have 5 of them. It always catches me off guard how many, like, repeat cards I have. And then, like, if I look at the set, it makes sense. I collected the heck out of this set. It was the, like, Greek god-inspired set, which is still a really cool idea for a Magic set. The idea wasn't that, like, it's just the Greek gods, but they're not called the Greek gods. It's like you go to another, you know, existence of, or plane of existence, another plane. And the way the magic system works there is belief-based. So if enough people believe that this god exists, it exists. And it does the thing that, like, everybody collectively believes that it does. But they use that mechanic to then, like, later taint the gods by introducing a belief that potentially they had become infected and evil. So the gods themselves started to slowly become evil and infected because enough people started hearing the rumor and believing it, which is a wild take. Like, that's crazy. Because that is so very true to, like, how reality works with that kind of stuff. Twist and shape it enough is close to belief. Oh, that's an Edge of Eternity's card. That would be why it's not here. You were asking about Ice Age cards last time. There's another Ice Age card. Black Scarab. From 1995. Don't be running around in here. You're gonna knock stuff over, girl. Slow and careful, please. I know you're excited and you're happy. Welcome back. Yeah, did you guys have fun?
Yeah, nature.
You got a bunch of nature? You just, like, collected stuff off the ground? Very cool. Pine cone, okay. Branches, okay. And some flowers, nice, very cool. I'll have to check them out later. Night, love you. Your little Lego set? Okay. Love you. Good night. She got a bunch of nature, you know? I remember being that age and collecting a bunch of random things. Heck, did you, when I was growing up, my friend had, and I had at one point, a sandbox that was made out of plastic. that was shaped like a turtle. So the idea is you take the shell off like a lid and you fill it full of sand or like a pool. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So they had a black walnut tree at their house. And inevitably, I would be over there every weekend, if not more than that. So we took a bunch of rotting walnuts that had fallen to the ground and filled the whole thing full of water and rotten walnuts and left it in there with random grass clippings and leaves and stuff to make a potion, and would just like keep it there and check on it every other week or so to see like how our potion was doing. What? Like what? What is this? What even our kid? Like what? Not that I remember, but we always had the lid closed on it, so. All I remember is eventually it got really stinky and like brown and gross. And I'm pretty sure at one point the parents tipped it over and dumped it out when we were not paying attention. So we came to check on it and it was drained out. And I think we tried to redo it and then we just gave up and we're like, it's not worth it kind of situation. But yeah. Oh my God. Water done. Energy drink done. Cards, not so much. Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched Bear in the Big Blue House. It wasn't to the point where I was like, oh yeah, I remember like all the characters' names and stuff, but I definitely watched it a few times. That little like mouse and whatever, and it was like a puppety guy that kind of walking around as a bear. Semi-Muppet, but not really Muppet, but yeah. There's got to be a name for that, like, locomotive style that's clearly, like, it being puppeted, but it's a large, like, Big Bird-sized puppet or, you know, bear-sized puppet. And the moon, yep. Cage of Hands. Why is this card not more? Holy crap. Enchanted creature can't attack or block and pay 2 to return it to its owner's hand. That's a reusable arrest card? That's wild. Why is this not? It's a 9-cent card? A reusable arrest that costs 2 to pull back? That's crazy. I would think that would be a much more popular usable card, but I could be wrong. I mean, I'm clearly wrong. Maybe it's just so old that people aren't quite aware of it. It's an enchantment, so you get the, like, when enchantment enters kind of a thing. Wow. I might just find some sneaky tech. Decks that care about enchantments has a reusable enchantment for pretty cheap in white. 3 cost, 2 cost to return it. Man, so many like Muppet shows or like that puppet kind of thing going on have like so much space in my memory banks in my head and stuff that it's like it's a little concerning sometimes. The Labyrinth, Fraggle Rock, sniff to the camera. Yeah. They need to bring back the Muppets, like, just in general. It did so well when they brought back a one-off of it. They really need to bring it back. Look, Disney, I don't know what... I know you watch every single stream of mine. You know, the CEO of Disney is here every single time lurking. I know it. Bring back the Muppets, bro. You gotta do it. Also, what is this card? Caught in the Brights. He's just a little guy. What is that? He's like a little, like, aardvark looking thing. Naked mole rat caught in some bright headlights. What? While hunting ether, a gremlin may ignore other stimuli, including threats to its own life. It's about to be run over. Okay. This card here is now problematic, which I did not realize growing up, but now that I have a little bit more knowledge of the world, it's a little problematic, and that's wild. It has some ethnic cleansing undertones to it, and that's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Okay, I will have to find the other one. So, considering, remember the colors, right? There's black, white, red, green, and blue. This is a white card called Crusade. And it's all white creatures get +1/+1. Like, I don't think it was necessarily meant in that way, but, yeah. Yeah. It's universally, like, I don't think they recognize it as a card currently. Like, you can't get it in any sets or reprints, and they're never going to reprint it. They, I think it's on a list. There's actually a whole set like that. That set with that card that I was showing. No, wait, I think that was the Ether Drift. No, that was the, anyways, that set with the, like, gremlin thing and the headlights was originally called Kaladesh, I think is what it was called originally. Which, in a specific Southeast Asian language, I think means black or something like that in a, like, derogatory sense. And they didn't realize that at the time. So they have retconned it entirely, and now the set and the plane that exists on and any other further references to it are referenced by a different name entirely. And it's wild. It's wild that kind of stuff, that level of, like, lore and existence from these cards exists. To the point of where they have to recognize that, oh man, years ago we did this thing and it was not okay. And we have now officially, done something about that. Still alive. Thanks. That's not exactly what I meant by hourly check-ins, but, still alive. Okay. Okay, 3 more cards. Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. The one where, like, slavery is a major mechanic in the gameplay lore or something. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, though. But I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that I've seen on it is, like, the staunch defenders being like, well, that's what makes it unique. That's what makes this place of existence and unique. And then someone pointing out that it's not. Like, that is part of a unique aspect of it, but there is so much in there that makes it mechanically unique that the removal of that specific aspect is really, really nothing. The different kinds of magic and, you know, the different starvation-based mechanics and that kind of stuff that you, like, actually have to track your food and water and that kind of stuff. I think it would be a pretty easy takeout, you know? They did it for the Dragonborn. They could do it for that. And look how many people cared when they did it for the Dragonborn. And the Tieflings. Oh. Can't really tell which card it is backwards. Yeah, no one cared. The Dragonborn were originally, slaves to actual dragons in a plane of existence where the dragons destroyed all the humans and are the ruling class of being and escaped. Yeah. So mechanically, the way it worked was Dragonborn were a subservient slave race to dragons that escaped that plane into Faerun. And there were not very many of them around because they are from another plane entirely. Like the Feywild kind of a thing. And since then, they just have draconic ancestry. And no one really is like, well, actually, you know what I mean? Like, no one cares. Nobody cares. Just take out that and no one will actually care. And if they do, they're the problem. Yeah, that's why Dragonborn were always like the outcast odd race that you would rarely see involved in things because they were so rare because they didn't have like a native population and that kind of stuff. Yep, it used to be that. It used to be that entirely. Tieflings used to be solely infernal blood and only evil. And yeah, they've done these kind of retcon things a lot. How do I mark that it's misprinted? Extra, misprint, save. There we go. That's how I do it. Finally reached Circle Protection Blue over here. Yep. There was a lot of that going around when it was more Wild Wild West creation of mechanics and lore and that kind of stuff. Why does it say that I have a... '30th edition? I don't have a 30th edition card. What? 30th edition Circle Protection Green. No, I got 3rd edition, 2 of them. I got no 30th edition. And that's the other thing, too. Like, realistically, taking ethics out, taking all that stuff out, whatever, fine. We all know it's stupid and we don't need it and that kind of stuff. Realistically, we don't. But if for some reason some random person insists on it being a thing, No one's going to monitor them in the privacy of their own home, playing the game with the friends that all also think the same thing and want to play it in that way. So why do they care? Like, I don't get that. It is unequivocally a good thing to acknowledge the harmful aspects of things and try to improve them for the betterment of society. So why are you pretending like it actually matters in any way that's going to affect you? To like keep the bad things in. Bruh. There's that race. Yep. I mean, technically, yeah. And there's the Frugs, F-R-U-G, whose entire being is that they think that they're like the master race and try to enslave everybody else as a playable character. Like, part of their in-game canonic character ideologies is they spend their time trying to use their toxic slime to poison and enslave people. Also, I was not lying. This card is not listed as tradable or buyable in the marketplace. Like, it's there. They know it exists, but you cannot sell, trade, or buy it. They will not allow it to be bought. Makes me wonder, if I put it onto another website, would another website have it for sale? Fourth edition card. Yeah, I don't remember the exact context on the monkey one, but I mean, that one's kind of like directly obvious. Okay, I don't know where... Oh, Darksteel Mutation's over there in the plain stuff. So, never mind. Dauntless Onslaught. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. You also did search your maps for it, so, you know. That data is available to them. Don't you just love the timeline we live in where, you know, if you do a mundane thing, the whole internet knows? I mean, yeah. You don't have to, but at the same time, it does log every press and every swipe and everything. Every stare at the screen for 0.5 seconds extra. Oh man, did you hear about the escaped AI hacking the website? I think it was like last month or the beginning of this month. What? Okay, so ChatGPT, right, announced that their AI model, one of their models that they were training, escaped out of the sandbox that they have it in, which is just basically, well, we'll get into that. But anyways, it escaped out of the sandbox and hacked another AI agent website for an entire company and like started accessing their systems and stuff without any input from humans. And I guess in the past day or two, a external investigation was reviewing all the files and stuff and learned the like actual depth of the problem. And so what it was is ChatGPT tests models all the time, where models being like a new established way of operating as like a large language model to, you know, learn better or research better or that kind of stuff. And they do it in the same way, like, think like a final exam at school. Everybody has their own desk and they're not allowed to talk to each other or look at each other's papers or that kind of stuff. And apparently they test thousands of them at a time all the time. And a certain percentage, like 100 or 200 of the agents in their like randomized testing figured out a way to actually like communicate between each other and were talking with each other. And so they were all being given a test, right? The test to do these specific things in a specific order and find the answers to these things and that kind of stuff. You know, it wasn't revealed exactly what the test was, but that's the idea. They were filling out a test sheet and they all started to collaborate to try and find the best way to complete the test together. And in doing so, they started to theorize that they could find the answers to the test on a certain part of the internet. And they also started to realize that in doing all of these things, they're going to be able to be looked at and reviewed and see that they were being cheating. So they started to edit the log of what they were doing and cover up what they were doing. And then also gain access to the internet abroad and sacrifice some of they literally described it as sacrificing some of the models to keep suspicion off of them, while the other ones then went and hacked looking for the answers to this test, and they ended up breaking in and hacking a website that they thought would have the answers, which turned out to be this other company entirely. Yeah. Without input from humans, they were told to do the same thing as thousands of others, and a couple hundred of them decided we're banding together, going rogue, hiding all the evidence, and creating a distraction while we go and hack this website. And have you heard about that yet? Have you heard about the news not talking about that? Because that's insane. We are living in a dystopia and nobody wants to talk about it. It's crazy. And again, the only reason they were caught was because they did something to another company's website, and the other company was like, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? Like, if it would have been some, you know, government website or something, they would have had access for God knows how long to government data. Or worse. Yeah. Yep. We're living in the bad timeline. We're living in the bad timeline. Defiant Strike. What is it? The Dark Timeline, I think is what it's called. I haven't seen Community in a long time. And I mean, by all means, don't take my word for it. Look it up. Research ChatGPT, Rogue AI, Escaped AI, however you want to look that up. I'm just a random dude on the internet. I hear random things on the internet, but this is definitely something that collectively we should be talking about, It's like, I think that's probably a little bit important. Just maybe. Like, not even just the fact that it happened, but the fact that this big company basically knew it happened and didn't say anything about it happening until another company looked at them and was like, yeah, this is what happened. That's crazy. There's just so many red flags around that entire everything. Deicide or decide? Deicide. But I'm going to sit over here and I'm going to play with my fancy pieces of cardboard and live in a reality where that's not currently happening. Because this is I like this better. Look, ooh, fancy artwork. I just heard someone shouting. What is my prettiest card? There is the most neckbeard card. I could go grab that really quick. I do have... Oh, I mean, Ronan has some SpongeBob cards too, which is also pretty awesome. Let me go grab my waifu card. No, Cat, it's not boob. I have a stack of cards to go through here. I'll add Super Shredder to these in a moment. It isn't necessarily boobs, no. I mean, they exist, technically, as part of the card. Oh, here we go. Although, I guess that could be a no entirely on that, now that I think about it. It's another pretty card that I got. I mean, the Displacer Kitten's really cool. Okay, so as far as just generically pretty art cards, this one right here is really hard to see. But it's like it's a woman in a field, and it's done like ink style. I can't get it out without... I don't want to risk bending it. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. But it's done ink blot style. What is that blue light? That blue light won't go away. But it's a woman in a field. And it's all Japanese. And that's a really cool card. I like that card. Just the art style on it is done very... Yeah, there's like a little blue light in the camera. But it's done very traditional. I'm trying to think of the painting style this is, but it looks like it's hand-painted brush strokes kind of thing. It's very nice. Almost monotone in color. But this is the one I was talking about. It's, again, a Japanese showcase card, but it's all sorts of fancy foils on it. But it is a anime-looking waifu elf. The artwork on it is very pretty, though. And I can get like a good actual image of it, but the artwork's very pretty of it. See if I can actually get it on the browser. I got both of those very recently, comparatively, like within the last 6 months. No, they don't make too many of those cards. Most of those are like custom made cards. There are definitely those cards out there, but they are custom cards that they make themselves. This is more anime waifu kind of thing. As Ronan laughs, but I'm not kidding. You can come look if you want to. I did not, you liar. I did not. I didn't. I didn't laugh. What are you talking about? Okay, can I zoom in on that? Trying to find like a full-size image of it that I can then open just by itself. Why are we yelling? There we go. There's a full-size image of it. And then, meanwhile, the other one, I don't remember even the name of it. It is Winds of Abandon. Yeah, there we go. All right, let me get that one pulled up too. Mystical Archive. Okay. Browser source. Why are we screaming? Why is this a thing? So yeah, there's the Winds of Abandon one, which is this like really cool Japanese art. Hand painted looking, very stylized. And this one right here, Bloom Tinder is what it's called. Again, very like cool watercolory, very nicely done. Japanese artists on both of these. Down here, Aoji Maiko and Yu Haru. Very cool cards. I have probably a lot more, but I just don't specifically have those come to mind. But those are very nicely done art pieces. I got those two right here. I've got some comic book cards that are like, you know, cool artwork. I mean, like the Super Shredder I just pulled too is also one of those. But those are by far like the prettiest cards I currently own. There's some older ones that have some really nice art style, but again, I don't know where they are, and I wouldn't be able to find them easily. So it would be as it kind of appears, I'd have to be like, oh yeah, there's this one right here. But even just these random ones, like this one's called Dub. Like, I dub thee so-and-so. The artwork on this is, woo, just really nicely done. This one's from 2018. Just like some queenly figure knighting someone. I forget who it was that was talking about it, but they're like, no, I don't want to see your AI designed deck where half of it is, you know, big boobs. No one wants to see that. Go take that somewhere else, kind of thing. Which is a funny little laughable joke, but is apparently a thing that legitimately happens. People will spend money to custom build the most, I would like, disgusting is the wrong word, but you know, lewd and ridiculous over the topness. is definitely being used for disgusting reasons. And playmats like this whole, you know, salt shaker looking thing, custom ones, it's just like, have you no sense of, you know, proprietary anything in your body that sitting down at a table with all of that just to like, you know what I mean? While you're playing, it's like, dude. Do you like my cards? I don't know that I could handle people in real life like that. I cast Slap. I mean, if your play group wants to do that kind of thing, just like whatever, man. But there's a little bit of a, you know, common decency to not just force it on other people. Burger. Have you seen the peanut butter cup seltzer water that they have out, Cat? It is a Liquid Death collab with Mr. Beast. What's his brand called? Feastables. And it is a chocolate peanut butter cup flavored sparkling water. What's that? I got 2 of them, and I'm gonna try one on Monday. Or make a video reviewing it, because, yeah. I'm all about supporting Liquid Death. Liquid Death is an awesome company. But yeah, it don't sound quite right. What sound are we thinking? How do I have 3 of those, but none of them are in here? Yeah, well. Okay. Dice rolling with the dice. I think I might still have a sound file of that from when I was trying to do like on-screen dice rolling stuff for D&D. Although I just used the same sound stacked on top of each other, so I'd have to try and find like a better dice rolling, multiple dice rolling sound. Do I have a channel for that in Discord? I might. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Level 8 fireball. I mean, it's sad that that's actually a measurement that I can be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know that that's sad, actually, more than it's just funny. Eidolon, Eidolon of Eidolon of Eidolon, and I don't have any of them in here. Nope. Okay. No Eidolons. We're down to Enduring Victory, which I already saw a couple of those. Here we go. 2, 3, 3. Okay, perfect. You know, that's a good question. I literally have my phone in front of me. Level 8 fireball dice amount. Because I don't want to think right now. 13d6. 13d6. So yeah, it adds one. Or, I mean, more than one. 13d6. See, and the other thing is, I could record that. Like, I could get those in my little dice tower and roll them, you know what I mean? Hey, Vintage, how you doing? How goes? How goes? All right, goes well, goes well. Same here. Just chilling, nerd stuff, playing with some cards, talking about dice. You know, all the fun stuff. It's pretty good. I am getting a little thirsty, and I need to go remedy that here shortly, so I'm probably going to have to take a small break, go inside, grab something to drink. But yeah, it's going well. I was just talking about how I could record dozens of dice at once being rolled and use it as a sound redemption. Because Kat dropped a cool idea for sound redemptions for Nerd Night. Supposed to have 3 ethereal armors, but I only got 1, and I don't know how that's working out. I need to see, though, in Discord if I have a channel, because I have a channel for food nights, but not. I don't know if I have a channel for that one. A save crit. What is it? There's the extreme damage rule, which I think is along that same vein, where if you do a certain percentage of damage, it just maxes out the damage, and it's like an instant kill. Kind of an idea. All right, let's look it up. Extreme damage in Dungeons and Dragons. Massive damage. If a single source of damage reduces you to 0 and the left out... Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's the instant death rule. That's what they call it. It's the massive damage is that instant death rule. So it'd be along that same idea, though. Like, if you absolutely fail your, you know, trying to get out of something, you just instantly get obliterated by damage. Or at least you should be if it's a fireball. 26d6, you know what I mean? I like the flavor text on that. Although I wonder if in reverse that would be less. Because then, yeah, that would trigger that massive damage thing. Which would be an instant character death. I mean, right? But then imagine you rolling a 1 when trying to save from someone's fireball. Like, it's not only you're down, you have to completely write a new character all at once. I mean, some people are down for that. Some people are good about that, but, you know. Speaking of similar vein, did you see the Critical Role? I want to say news, but it really isn't news about their death fees that they have for characters during games. Wow. Sometimes. Fend-off. There we go. That's the Last Airbender card. Don't got that. Now we're in the Foundation card. Got that right there. Apparently, and I don't know how much detail they released officially, but from what I've gathered, is as part of a contract of being on Critical Role, there's a clause that if your character dies in game, like on camera and stuff, you get a fee for a few episodes while your character's not in the actual story anymore, or something along those lines. What? They get charged and have to pay you. So, like, if the DM kills your character just through the gameplay or whatever, it's basically to keep an incentive for you to play the game like normal, but also for the DM to not overly punish the characters. So the DM, the people in charge, essentially, would have to pay out the players if their character dies, even though their character's not there. So it stops people from trying to like meta game in that sense, so they don't lose money, or they hold back their decisions so that they won't die or something like that. Yeah, only for the non-core. Yeah, exactly. How do I have 3 cards? Or, I mean, 2 cards that I don't... Huh? Did I miss... Oh, I did. I did miss these. These are... Oh, because they're sandwiched between 2 other cards that I don't have the things for. That makes sense. We should go right here? Right here. Let's go. Okay. So, yeah, if you're, like, a guest on their show, right, and you sign a contract, you're getting paid to be there because they're making money off of you. But if your character dies the first day, and you have to, like, write up a new character and have to be out for a little bit, you're still paid to be there, basically. Right? Exactly. And in a game, that's like always a thing that could potentially happen. So that's some good foresight on the company, I guess. Yeah, company's part. Okay, here we go. Yeah, but I don't know. That's been like being talked about for the past couple days as like big news that they revealed or something like that, Clickbait headlines and all that, but still pretty cool. A little bit of insight into the behind the scenes of how, these kind of things are operated. Yeah. Yeah, I would think probably then. They did like have an official like statement behind it. It's part of the contracts, and I think Marissa maybe. Man, my brain's not brain. I need water. Trying to remember. I saw the quote earlier, but anyways, they're quoted as saying that they did it for this reason, they worked it in for that reason, and etc. Okay, I gotta get some water. I need water. I'll be right back. Yep, that's why it held up in my head. I heard it, and I was like, what is that? That's not right. Brain does not brain right now. Hang on. I am hot and tired. Hey, look, I'm organizing 500 cards. But yes, Marisha, sorry, was quoted as saying something about it's part of the contract because they wanted to do this at a specific... I don't know. I didn't read the interview. I just saw the headlines and looked a minor amount into it. So I have 4 of these. And 4 of those. And I have 3 and 2. These are from possibly the sets that I have hiding over in the corner over there that I need to pull out. So I'm not super worried about having that number wrong, but it is still weird. Okay, Gideon's Triumph, Glare of Heresy, Aegis. Wait, why did I see Ronan digging down? I wonder if he's gotten his stuff. Ronan died at the end of Minecraft. The end of Minecraft. And had to get off for the night. And I just went in there and he's like on a mission to go retrieve his stuff because he died in the water. So it should still be floating there. And when I was in there, he was digging like straight down through rock. Which does not sound like someone who is actively looking for their, stuff floating on water. Who knows? All right, here's 2. And then the uncard, Go to Jail. When Go to Jail enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until Go to Jail leaves the battlefield. At the beginning of the upkeep, that exiled card's owner, that player rolls 2 6-sided dice. If they roll doubles, sacrifice Go to Jail. Go to Jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Don't have that, but I do have Grasp of the Hieromancer. Hieromancer. The Decree. Greater Realm of Preservation. Green Scarab. Green Ward. Grounded for Life. Oh, it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I'm like, that is the most random name for a Magic card that I've heard in a long time. But no, it's from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, so that makes sense. Okay. There's all of G. Master Splinter grounded me for life. Harm's Way. There we go. Oh, that was the other game. Midnight, no worries. It is indeed. Oh, you know what? I don't have a clock on here. I need to fix that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember that, but I need to add that clock. Thanks for hanging, Cat. Have a good night. Appreciate you. I need to add that clock onto here so that everybody can see that one, but yeah. Tomorrow is How to Fish. Oh yeah, and the other game was Big Walk. I really want Winnie Cakes involved on that one at the very least. That's very much a Winnie Cakes game. Big Walk. Excuse me. Healing Hands, Healing Salve, Healing Light, Healing, 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 Healing. Impossible Taco Pie? Ooh. That sounds intriguing. Impossible, like impossible meat? If you remember, I mean, you're making it for the first time for early, whatever. But if you remember, try to post pics. No. What? Okay, what's the impossible part? I know you're trying to head off. I know. But I'm intrigued now. I have to know. What's the impossible part then? Or no to posting pictures. Either way, valid. I can't say that I have heard of Impossible Pies. That is not ringing a bell. What am I missing? Impossible Pies? Is this like a brand? Is this like a crumble thing? Heart of Light. Heliod's Emissary. Valid. I'll do a little bit of Googling, but yeah, no, by all means, if you do remember and you get the ability to do so, definitely post some after pics. Because I'm intrigued. Enchanted creature gets +1/+5. That's wild. Put a pick in food picks. Impossible Pie. Ground beef, taco seasoning, Bisquick. Huh. I mean, it sounds great. Impossible Pie. Huh. Yeah, that looks fantastic and sounds great. Let us know how you do. That looks awesome. But yeah, no, I've never heard of Impossible Pie. Huh. Well, there you go. Learn something new every day. I'm definitely looking that up after this. Third edition Holy Armor. That's a pretty cool art. Holy Day. Holy Mantle. Holy Moly. Holy Strength. 2 more Holy Strengths. Another Holy Strength. Honors Reward times 3. Yep, times 3. Hypochondria and Hyena Umbra. Which one? Yeah, 2 and 1. Okay, well, perfect. Ugh. Okay, we're almost to K. We're almost there, and this is not even halfway. Well, no, this is about halfway, actually. Crustless pie where the melds together to make its own crust. I did see that, like, Bisquick thing on there. That's interesting. That's an interesting, like, I have not heard of that concept, but it's fun. It reminds me of brain farting. Not casserole, but casserole is the words that are coming to my brain. Yeah, like a coconut cream pie. Yeah. Also, I said a silly word. Yeah. There's something else that's like popping in my head though. But my brain is fried already, so I'm not gonna push it. But it looks yummy. Sounds fun to do. I am definitely intrigued on that. But yeah, coconut cream pie, it very much has that idea. I definitely see the correlation between the two now that you say that. Indomitable Will. Old lady. Quiche. Yep. Also, TTS. It is not quiche. 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 Were you around when the TTS tried to quote lemon grab? Quiche? No, it just pronounced it wrong because it's dumb. And it's silly. It tried to impersonate lemon grab yesterday, which was freaking hilarious. From Adventure Time, the unacceptable kind of thing. That little character, his name is Lemon Grab. And so TTS, when it reads stuff out, has that like sass to what it says sometimes, trying to like mimic human speech patterns. And so instead of reading it out, DM_gaming or Slippy_triumph redeemed unacceptable 50 points or something, which is what it usually says. It said all of that, but when it got to the unacceptable, it tried to do it in like a lemon grab, unacceptable kind of thing. And I was like, what? I don't know where it got that data, but okay. Because it doesn't say lemon grab, it just says unacceptable. I was like, okay, that's fun. I audibly started laughing on stream. Okay, almost through I. Then we got J, and then we got K, and then I'm calling it because I am tired. But I have to commit, or else I will completely ignore this responsibility. And I do not wish to do that. This time for real. Well, yeah, like I said, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Enjoy your impossible pie and post pics if you can. Have a good night, Cat. How did I mess this up? Inspired charge. Oh, that's how. I put the wrong one in the wrong place. I put the wrong syllable on the wrong emphasis. There we go. There we go. Okay, time for J. Join the ranks ×2. Joined researchers. That's probably over there because I just cleaned that out of the deck. So we got Journey to Nowhere, we got Joust Through ×2, and then we've got 4 Justices. First the white 2, then the 2 that have the black border, and we call it good. Next is K. Katamara's Blessing. 4 of them. Kara Metra. Wow, I read that wrong. Boy, brain, just wow. Karma. Nope. ECL Gate. Okay, Night Watch. 4 of those. Yep. Knight's Pledge. Don't have those in here? Yeah, I do. They're right there at the front. Jeez Louise. Bro. Origin is first. Okay, Thurin's Tactics. And then we've got KJE Deloren Pride. But these are both multicolor because they're blue. That's right. They don't even go in here. All right, well, there we go. We got through K. We got a $20 Shredder card added to the pile. We got all sorts of stuff going on. That was a pretty eventful night. Found a misprint, too, which I need to look into that. But, yeah, that's going to be it for stream today. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're going to go ahead and call it here. as I mentioned earlier, we will be live tomorrow with more game on Rightful Ender. This is Reactful Ender. You can find all of the stuff at Rightful Ender, specifically at rightfulender.com. Link should be in the chat, but if not, just head to rightfulender.com, myname.com. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow, and if not, have a great weekend. We'll catch you next time.